maestro. He is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Wall attacking. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
All right, we've got a bit of a break now, so here's a look at the league's best defenses. In fourth, the Wizards.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
Robinson's checked in for Brooklyn. Left side, Jack. There's the pass to Kilpatrick. That shot wide open. Kilpatrick's got 6.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Baseline jumper. And no good as it rattles out.
And Brook Lopez, guys, started the season as the starting center for the Nets last year, but it didn't end up that way.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Lopez a screen. Feeds it to Jack. Clock at 6. Unloads. The second chance effort. Lopez, no luck.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Passes it to Beal. He dishes it to Freak. Nice ball movement by Washington. And that is good. And it's 6 points for Marcin Gortat. Lopez ended up coming off the bench for the Nets for a stretch last season. There was a lot of debate, Clark, if that was the right role for him.
Kevin, clearly there were differing opinions because as soon as it happened, every GM called Brooklyn up to see if Lopez was available.
They set the pick. Out to the right wing. The 3 from Dudley. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 4 assists in the game. Nets trail by 21. Okay, time now for an injury report.
Unfortunately, guys, he said it doesn't look good. The schedule becomes a real grind at this time of the year, and that injury is only going to make things harder on this team. Guys?
All right, Doris, really appreciate you finding something. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And through one half.
Bradley, it's certainly...
Back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
A good game for Morris. He has 8 points and a block.
Jefferson's checked in for Brooklyn. And a switcher also for Washington. Fresh is checked in for Porter. Nets were the hottest team and story a few years back, certainly, but last season they were put up for sale, surprisingly to some, Clark, midway through the year.
Yeah, that was odd timing given the new arena and rebranding. I mean, you would think after all that effort to rebuild the team, you would see it through.
Bogdanovich out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then it's Jarrett Jack. And it's Kilpatrick in at the shooting guard position. So that's the Nets 5. And Bogdanovich kicks to Jack. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And for the Nets being put up for sale, a big part of it was they were a team that was supposed to compete for titles. And since the move to Brooklyn, they have had trouble going deep in the playoffs.
Here's Bogdanovich. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Wall passes to Fresh. The shot is off, and Brooklyn will come the other way.
And you know, with Brooklyn, I don't think anybody wants to take over a team in a rebuild mode. I mean, that's what the Nets seem to be looking at for the next few seasons. They had their shot, went all in with some of their decisions, unfortunately came up short.
Jack dishes to Lopez. Good, and Jack gets the assist. Jack's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Outside, Wall. Freak sets a screen for Wall. He kicks to Freak. The Wizards with another miss.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Here's Kilpatrick. He's got 6. To the wing right side. Lopez a screen. 5 to shoot. And Jack, here we go. Lets it go from 11. Gortat with the block. Outside, Wall. Out to the right wing. And Dudley kicks to Gortat. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Gortat. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Take a look at the Wizards. They're 7th right now. Not a bad spot, but certainly they'd like to string together a run of wins. And, of course, Brooklyn, a game behind.
And right now for Brooklyn, they've had their chances to kind of separate themselves from the pack this season, but so far they haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities.
Hey, they're amongst a big group fighting for the bottom few playoff seeds, and that's going to continue all the way through the end of the season. I think they'll get in, but it won't be easy.
Here's Beal. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
And the thing about Bradley Beal, when he suits up, the entire lineup becomes exponentially more potent. A quick, powerful athlete, Greg, high basketball IQ. Had the great teaching at Florida, carries it to the NBA. Opponents have to account for him, I think, on both ends of the floor.
And that's a great point, Kevin. I mean, coming out of college, a lot of people compared him to Ray Allen. I mean, he possesses that next level smoothness and body control that's often indicative of a true difference maker.
And Wall kicks to Gortat. From 11 feet away, Lopez grabs the board. Lopez has got 5 rebounds tonight.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Sloan's checked in. Morris is checked in for Washington. Sessions comes in for Jared Dudley. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Wizards.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnover.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. 4th quarter on the court for the Wizards. Fresh in at power forward. Wall out there with Thornton. Then there's Nene. And it's Oubre in at the 3. Lopez, no luck.
And for the Wizards and their road problems, a lot of it came from their inability to defend the 3. I mean, they were in the bottom 3rd in the league at defending the 3 as the road team.
Here's Kilpatrick. He's guarded by Thornton. Out left to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jack. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
And you know what's odd about the Wizards' road problems is that they play outstanding defense otherwise. I mean, compared to 2014, they definitely took a step backwards in regards to their road play last season.
Good.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist. And the Executive of the Year award is an odd one. I mean, given yearly to the executive that was deemed to have had the best year with their roster, that is perhaps the hardest thing to evaluate.
Back to Lopez. Good, and Jack gets the assist. Jack's got 6 assists now in the game. Washington's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. There's a screen. And Wall. Here we go now. Outside for Thornton. The tray. And again, Washington with the triple. And for the Executive of the Year award, it's hard to evaluate because for GMs, Clark, it takes years of moves to reach a certain point.
Yeah, it's an annual award, but it's awarded for years of decisions, if that makes any sense. One big signing or trade isn't quite enough to win the award.
And Lopez throws it down.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite
Like
assist.
Nene was so.
Jack against Wall. Now here's Freak. Not a lot of room. And there's the call on Nene. That's foul number 2 for him. So both teams changing it up here. The Brooklyn Nets come into this one after a win against Dallas. Here's Larkin, covered by Wall. There's the dish to Reed. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Lopez. Hickson grabs the board.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Dishes it to Reed. High post Lopez. Reed the pass to Ellington. He feeds it to Larkin. 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Hickson. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
And Wall kicks to Freak. Fires from 14. No good. Some solid defense from Reed. To the middle. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
Thornton dishes to Freak. Offensive rebound. Hickson tries again, and he lays it up and in.
And guys, that kind of sums it up right there. I mean, one team getting after it, hustling the rebounds, the putbacks. The other team just a step slow.
Here's Larkin. In the corner, it's Ellington. Reed kicks to Caruso. Lopez passes to Ellington. The feed now to Karsov.
And one thing about the NBA, there are a ton of siblings currently playing in the league. Some on the same team, some on opposing sides, but there must be over a half a dozen sets of siblings.
For Washington, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. 2 minutes. Wall dishes to Freak. The jump hook, and Washington again with the bucket. As you said, Greg, there are a ton of sibling pairs in the NBA. Even more, Clark, if you include the D-League.
Well, you start with the Plumlees, the Gasols, the Teagues, Zellers. For twins, you have the Lopez twins, Morris twins, the Zellers, Gasols, Teagues, Steph, and Seth Curry. Count 2 with the D-League.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Shot clock at 2. Here's Larkin. Off target with his 3. Washington's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the 3-point shot tonight. Very respectable.
And so it's going to end up in the record